Buddy, let me start with you. How did your dad recruit you?
It was a pretty simple process. I mean, it was more the assistant coaches just telling me that I had a scholarship, I could come play here if I wanted to. And he just one day in the car, he's kind of like, you can play here if you want to. And I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. We didn't really say much else, and that's just how it went. And next thing you know, I'm here. So it was a quick process, and just very happy I'm here.
Any thought of not playing for your dad?
No, it was just whether or not I could come here and contribute. And I think after my junior year, they said, you can come here and contribute. We need a guy like you that can shoot the ball. And I said, no doubt. I didn't even think twice about it.
Jim, did you have any doubts or think twice, have trepidation about bringing your son in?
Yeah, I think so, especially early on. He was, a good shooter, but he had a long ways to go. But I thought he would get there because he works hard. I had to convince his mother, that who runs the family, as you well know, that it'd be a good spot for him. And fortunately, it has worked out, because if it didn't, then, the locks would have been changed at home. And there would have been no going back home, as you well know.
Buddy, have you ever complained to Mom about Dad?
Maybe if he's yelling at my teammates too much, I'd say, he needs to relax a little, because those are my guys, and it's tough for me to see that. So anything like that, but
yeah, he does look at me when I get on somebody, and that's just good. He's supposed to support his teammates even more than me, so that's a good thing. And I'm just happy our team is really stepped up here. We struggled this year. There's no question about that. But every guy on this team kept going, kept believing, even when it didn't look like there was much hope. And, it's one thing to sneak into the tournament, but when you get there, you have to do something. And this group has really done that. And, those are the teams you like, the teams that just keep going and just don't give up.
Buddy, do you have the green light?
Yeah, there's still some times though when I take a tough one, he's like too far, you take your time, something like that. But yeah, for the most part, which is nice, knowing that feels good as a shooter, knowing that your teammates and coaches have confidence in you.
When you have shooters, you let them shoot. You don't overcoach shooters. They have to have the freedom to let it go. And he's coached by Jerry McNamara, who understands that better than anybody, because he lived it and understands what shooters have to do. And his teammates really have confidence in him, which is, they help him. They help him get shots. And we just have a really good team that, wants to win and wants to do the things you have to do to win. And it's taken us a while, but it's better late than never in this case.
Buddy, the first time you beat your dad one-on-one was when?
We never really played one-on-one, but we played a lot of games against each other. It's more probably me and my brother that have had a lot of battles, and he'll ref our games or something, and we'll yell at him if he makes a bad call. But
I used to hate that. I used to have to referee their games, and it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal to watch. And I finally said, that's it, I'm done.
Well, Jim, as a 20-year, if I had the 20-year-old Jim Boeheim against the 20-year-old Buddy Boeheim, how would that play out?
I was pretty good. I was better with the ball, but he's a way better shooter than I am. But,
Buddy, why are you shaking your head?
It wouldn't be a game.
That hurts.
I've seen it. I saw his form when he played. That's all I needed.
Oh, they both think they're much better than me. They think they're better than me on the golf course, and neither one of them can break 50, but they still think they're better. So that's good. It's good to be confident.
I was looking at your stats, Coach. You scored, I think, 28 points in the NCAA tournament in 2 games. Buddy had 30 against San Diego State. So
he didn't have Dave Bing playing with him.
That's true. That's true.
He also went 13 for 39. But
I don't remember that.
Whoa. Buddy prepared for the interview here.
That is not right. Those are not the right facts there. That did not happen. I didn't take 39 shots in 10 games.
Can we check on that? See what Coach how many shots that he had?
We're on the case.
Look it up. It was about maybe 12, 14 shots. Tops.
Buddy, do you imitate your dad?
Oh man, I really can't. I mean, a lot of my past teammates, even some of the coaches can do a really good job, but I just let them do it. They have some really good ones, and they got his voice down perfectly. And it's funny, but it's definitely hard to do.
No, it's not hard to do, buddy. It's hard for you to do it sitting next to your dad, but we do it. I always tell people, if you watch Coach after a game, I don't know if he's won or lost, because he eventually gets like this, buddy. He just leans over. I get all the calls. Nobody.
I need to have something for you guys to do. I need to give you material.
Well done. Yes. Mission accomplished. Have you gotten yelled at, buddy?
Yeah, I think more early on. A couple of days in practice, I'd make mistakes or turn it over, and he'd yell at me. I think he gets most mad when you make the same mistake over and over again. So definitely at first, but I mean, I was used to it. I got yelled at as a kid, so this was a little bit different, a little more louder and more intense. But I want him to yell at me like any other player.
Some players they learn right away, and other players it takes time. And some you're still yelling at them when they're seniors, but the smart players figure it out, and once they understand what we need to do. You don't really have to yell that much anymore.
Did you continue to coach? Did it factor in, Jim, to be able to coach your son?
No, I mean, I'm happy. I'm really grateful to have this opportunity. But no, I never really thought about not coaching. I still haven't thought about it. I'm planning on coaching as long as I feel good. I think that age is. I think we've all stopped doing something that we love to do too soon. And, I'm not going to do that. I think about 2 months ago, people thought it was time to stop coaching, but now they've come around, a late change of mind. But that's part of coaching. You're just not going to please all the people all the time, for sure.
There was that moment after the game, and your wife sent the picture of you two hugging. And you're coaching your son, you're playing for your dad, you're in the suites. I don't know if it hit you right then, but it seemed to hit you, Coach. I don't know if it hit you the same way, buddy, but, Julie sent it to me, and I mean, as a dad, it's like, wow, that's pretty powerful stuff.
Well, I know I'm grateful to have this opportunity and just to coach this whole team. I coach Buddy 90% as a player. A player on my team, and then after the game, that father part might take over. And but I've hugged I hugged Carmelo Anthony pretty hard a couple times, and I enjoy hugging a player. And but yeah, I mean, part of the time he's my son. Most of the time, he's a player who's doing what we need to get done.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
That picture's pretty. That's a different hug. What was that feeling like, though, buddy? I don't know if it felt like Dad was hugging me or my coach was hugging me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at first I was just happy to get the win and get it over with. It was getting really close at the end, so to be able to just close the game out was a relief. And I saw him. I gave him a high five, and I looked back, and I'm like, I gotta give him a hug right now. And it was just a great moment, just all the emotions. He's always supported me, been there for me, and this is just a dream come true. So definitely. Just a great moment and something I'll remember for forever.
Who's the best shooter on the team, coaches included?
Oh, wow.
It's close.
I'm going to go with the underdog here and go with my man Kai Feldman. He was a walk-on 2-3 years ago.
Wait, he's better than McNamara?
He can shoot it. I mean, that's what he does. He's a
players don't know what they're talking about sometimes. This is one of those times.
I've been getting T-Mac on this trip in our shooting game, so I'm I mean, GMAC can still shoot with the best of them.
You know,
but
he's right down over there listening to this, and he's like going, no way.
And Coach, explain to me how Joe Girard III averaged 50 points his junior year.
Well, he was the guy. He took 30 shots a game every game. They needed him too. They had a real small team, and they just needed him to score
50.
And he played against constant double teams and triple teams. And
Wow.
I don't care what level you're playing at. It's hard to score even 30 points, let alone 50. Joe is a scorer. And he's made the transition to being a point guard, and he's done a great job. The other day, I mean, 7 assists. He had 6 rebounds, and and he can make shots. All of our guards are very important. We have 3 really great guards. Freshman Kadari Richmond's just a great player, but our backcourt is very good, and we just got a well-balanced team now. And we've picked up on the defensive end over the last 3 weeks. And North Carolina normally scores 80 against us, and I think they scored 60 something.
Coach, you're giving me coach speak. Nobody cares about that. I want the juicy details here. Like, has he ever done a bed check on you, buddy? Has he ever surprised you at your apartment? Is there curfew?
No, nothing crazy really. Just pretty normal, honestly.
All during high school, he'd go up to bed about 10:30, and I'm like, okay. I mean, we get tired and go to bed. He worked so hard, Dan, at this game that by 10:30, 11, he's ready to go to bed. He does the extra work. Obviously he's my son, so I'm proud of that. But as a coach, you respect somebody that has worked hard to get there. And almost all college players work really hard, but Buddy's done the extra work to get. I told him when he was in 9th grade, you're going to have to work harder than everybody else to get there, and he did. He listened, and so I think that's the thing I'm most proud of is the work that he's put in to get there. And luckily, his mother's tall, so he got the tall
and pretty too.
Yeah. I mean, he gets little from me in that category. So we're very fortunate.
Hopefully, you hold on to your hair, buddy.
Yeah, hopefully, it's looking good right now.
I got a clarification on the stats. Paulie,
all right.
Paulie, what do you have here?
Yeah, in 1966, Jim Boeheim in 2 games versus Davidson and Duke, 7 for 9 from the field, 6 for 10 from the field, 13 for 19 in 2 games.
Wow.
Now the facts get out there.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
You got to bring that up with CBS then. They put that graphic out.
I can't believe. Well, CBS, they're imperfect. They're not like Dan Patrick's show. Dan Patrick's show has the facts.
Yes.
Right
Yes. Yeah. We got the facts, or at least
Even though Dan can't shoot.
Oh my God. You know better. I might not be able to host a radio show, but I can shoot, Coach. If you leave me open.
Well, we'll have a shootout someday then, Buddy and you.
Oh, no. That's not fair. That's
you two. I'd like to see you two go at it.
I'm like Jerry McNamara with a better voice. That would be my. I'm like Devendorf. That I probably shoot more like him. Eric and I probably have a similar range. So is that good? Gives you a good idea there, buddy.
Eric can still outshoot most people.
Yes. I was going to say McNamara against Eric would be a pretty good matchup, I would think. And then the winner gets Buddy. Hey, congrats. A lot of fun. And Buddy, keep doing it, man. Keep firing. Yeah.
We'd like to talk to you next week, maybe same time.
Okay. That sounds. Bring Mom too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring in a whole family affair.
I told her she can't come yet because we're gonna we might lose if she comes. So I'm a little superstitious now.
But she texts people during the game because she has, she wants to talk to somebody.
Yeah, she jumps up and down in front of the TV and screams at it the whole game too. After like a jump ball or something.
Jimmy's home and he won't sit in the same room with her. He's in the other room. So
well, congrats. Great to talk to you again, Coach. Buddy, thank you for joining us and good luck against Houston.
Thank you.
All right.